not nervous.
Back in 1991, when I was about 19 years old, I was diagnosed with polycystic kidney disease. PKD is a... PKD is a genetic disease where cysts form on the kidneys that eventually damage them. At this time, I had a complete GI series done because I had blood in my stool. Cancer and digestive issues were ruled out soon, but my doctor told me something I had never imagined before in my life. He told me that I had cysts on my kidneys, and I was shocked. I was regularly monitored by a kidney doctor. In 1999, I gave birth to my twin daughters. My blood pressure went completely out of control during my pregnancy, and I ended up giving birth by emergency C-section. During my week-long hospital stay, I had the worst headache of my life. So I was rushed down to London University Hospital by ambulance for an MRI of the brain, since they were worried about a brain aneurysm. Apparently with PKD, you're at risk of having a brain aneurysm, so they were really worried about that. Once I had the MRI and I had no aneurysm, I was sent home that night. I was very excited to begin life with two baby girls. I was absolutely over the moon and overjoyed to be with two babies since I had a previous miscarriage before. But doctor's orders was I had to have round-the-clock help for the first 3 months of my twins' lives until my blood pressure was stabilized. I was not supposed to bathe nor hold my babies alone, and this is a pretty hard pill to swallow for me. After about 3 months, I was off blood pressure pills, and I didn't need the extended help anymore. Fast forward to 2 years later, I gave birth to my son. This time, though, I was monitored more carefully by my doctor, and I was put on BP medications during my pregnancy. I was scared being on medications while pregnant, too. Up to this point in my life, I'd been searching for my birth mother, as I was adopted at the age of about 4 months, and wanted to find out medical history. I wanted to find out who I might have inherited the PKD gene from, because it has to be passed down from at least one biological parent. A registry found my birth mother, whom I'd been searching for almost 4 years. While I knew my birth mother, she told me there was no medical history that she was aware of, and she would not tell me who my birth father was. So I wasn't able to find out the link, the other half of what I could have inherited. To this day, I still have no knowledge of who my birth father is, nor a medical history. My birth mother and I became quite close. I accepted the fact that I would never know the other half that I came from. But within less than a year, though, she parted ways with me yet again, for reasons I do not know, although I suspect there may have been a lot of jealousy from her son, who is my half-brother. After the loss of my birth mother, my family and I moved around a lot. I felt fine, and being young, you just think you're invincible, and over the next number of years, I didn't keep in touch with the doctor very often about my disease. Looking back now, I was likely in the denial stage. Then my life completely changed on August 15th, 2010, and I developed stage 5 kidney failure. I was only 38. I became very sick, and I couldn't even keep water down. I panicked and I thought I was dying, and I asked my husband to take me to the ER. I was later rushed by ambulance to Grand River Hospital from Cambridge Memorial Hospital. Weeks later, when I was finally stable, my nephrologist told me that I was less than about 2 hours away from dying. Earlier, when I was in ICU because of my kidney failure, my mind wandered to remembering my father dying in ICU at KW Hospital. I realized that I did not want to die in the same place he died. He'd had a heart attack back in '86. He was in a coma for a short time before a massive heart attack finally took his life. He was a heavy smoker for many years, and he died when I was only 13. Being in the ICU in the same place he died was a very big wake-up call for me. I didn't want to leave my husband to raise our 3 kids, or have my kids have no mother to raise them. Because of my disease, my diet and my lifestyle needed to drastically change. I would now have to go on what's called a renal diet, which was low in sodium and low in phosphate. I went through an angry phase for the first almost whole year of dialysis. I had never picked up a cigarette, never did drugs, and I felt it was very unfair to have a chronic disease and never have abused my body. I was also grieving the loss of the old Laurie. I now had to get used to the new Laurie, and my life had been turned upside down. My in-laws moved in to help since my husband and I needed someone to care for our young kids. Financially, kidney disease has cost my husband and I a lot of money. We sold our home in Cambridge last year and bought a home in Kitchener just last year to be closer for dialysis treatment. My husband and I took a huge loss on our previous home. We lost $14,000 to the bank for breaking our mortgage contract. We were signed from a fixed to a variable interest rate, and it hurt us bad financially. Emotionally, the disease has taken its toll at times. My son, who is autistic, does not handle change very well at all. The move and the change of schools last year was a huge challenge for us, especially for him. My kids have had fears, wondering if their mother might die. It has been hard for my husband also. He is the only one in our family earning an income presently, and I do not work due to the draining effects of dialysis 3 days a week. But dialysis hasn't been all a negative experience. I have lost a lot of weight over the 2 years. Last November, I went on the transplant wait list. The wait, I was told, could be a 4 to 5 year wait list for a kidney, for my blood type, which is type O positive. I have hope that my time will come for a kidney transplant. I will be patient for the gift of life. For now, I have accepted dialysis as part of my life, and I have tried to maintain a positive attitude in my dialysis journey in the meantime. I know I can do it, and I am very thankful that it is a way of keeping me alive, so that I can watch my kids grow up. I am also very thankful and lucky to be alive and have such a loving and caring family with me through all this. Today, I am so happy to be here with my family and friends. It means the world to me to have them here with me, raising awareness about kidney disease. I thank my family and friends for joining me today in this very special cause that is close to my heart. My goal today is to walk the 5K. Since last year I came here for the walk, I did not have the energy to walk it. I'm so excited to meet my goal this time. My goal is to help raise awareness. My twin daughter has this on her kidneys now. She is only 13, but as she gets older, my hope is that she will not have to go through what I've had to go through. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Laura. That was fantastic. Just a show of hands here. How many have been directly affected? I mean, who have received transplants or are going through the same thing that Laurie is going through? Show of hands. Let's hope that one time we're coming here and there are no show of hands. We're just here for a picnic and some hanging out, right? One more of our sponsors that we'd like to thank is Wildfire Cuisine. I forgot to mention them earlier, so thank you to them. And also, thank you to our partners in the Organ Donation and Awareness, Life Donation Awareness Association. Thank you all very, very much. Everybody ready to walk? We're getting close. Okay, what we need to do though first